What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the pandemic update video for Thursday, December 1st, 2022. Thought we would do a quick version of the update tonight to get across a few key points. Number one, as you may know, it's post-Thanksgiving. Things are starting to rise. I expected them to rise. However, I think it's starting to exceed my expectations. It is really starting to rise fast. The CDC community transmission map, as you see here, is rapidly reversing. I mean, we had cases, they weren't really rising, they weren't dropping before the holiday. The hospitalizations were starting to rise. But what we are witnessing right now, so soon after Thanksgiving, is really alarming. So, take a look at high transmission here on the map. It's now at 53.82%. That is up 15.21% over last week. Substantial is 27.47%. That's down. Moderate is 14.99%. That's down. Low is 3.72%. That's down simply because high transmission is rapidly increasing. Look at the Southwest here. New Mexico, Arizona, rapidly going up. Look at the Northeast states. You're going to start seeing some more red popping up here soon, especially in New York State. There is a massive increase in cases going on right now in the New York City metro area. What's the dominant variant right now? BQ 1.1 followed by BQ 0.1. BQ 1.1 is at 29.4%. BQ 0.1 is at 27.9%. Those are the two dominant variants. BA 0.5 is dropping. And if you scroll down here, XBB is in play, which is the known variant in China right now at 3.1%. We'll get an update on this tomorrow. Alright, let's look at today's cases, shall we? We don't have any positives. Well, I didn't post any positives to my page today. Didn't have time to do that today. But, here's today's cases. No, you're not reading this wrong. 128,623 new cases today. Keep in mind, we get a lot of weekly updates now on Thursdays opposed to Wednesdays. We still get some on Wednesdays, but now we get more on Thursdays, and we get the biggest one on Thursday, which is California. More on California in a moment. Deaths today, 1,011 new deaths added. That's bad. Tests, 767,455 tests conducted in this period. Mind you, there's weekly reportings here. So that's good, but I would like to see that higher, and that does not include at-home tests. Hospitalizations are up 640 again. They now sit at 35,299. Remember, just before Thanksgiving, they were just shy of 29,000, like 28,700. So yeah, they're up 7,000 in 1 week. In 1 week's time, 7 days' time, they're up 7,000. That is a rapid increase. Currently in ICU, 4,049. That's up by 20. Not seeing a rapid increase in the ICU situation yet, but we'll see if that happens next week. And mind you, we are only 1 week from Thanksgiving, and already we're seeing these big increases in hospitalizations. And mind you, Omicron, this current set of subvariants, they are faster. The surges occur faster, but even with that, you're still going to get a lot of spread that's going to be going around. People are sick, they don't know it, they're spreading it to other people, offices. There's a lot going on, so these numbers are only going to continue to get worse straight into next week and into the following week. And at some point, mid to late December, it will level a little bit before, kaboom, exploding again with the Christmas holiday and all the other religious holidays that we end this year with. So taking a look at today's cases. California, 40,498 cases. That's a 10.4% increase over last week. Florida, another 12,842 cases. New York, 7,615 cases. That's 24 hours. Yesterday they did the reinfections. This is today's 24-hour amount. That's up 9.9%. Illinois, 4,656 cases. It's saying here they're up 74%, and I wouldn't doubt that. Ohio, 16,091 cases. Remember, Ohio reports weekly. So yeah, Ohio's having a massive, let's click on Ohio, 70.7% increase. Just last week, they only had 9,000. Week before that, they had 10,000. And here we are again this week. 16,000 cases. Massive increases. Look at hospitalizations. On the 28th, 37, up. Then it increased by 147 on the 29th. Then on the 30th, another 129. Then today, increased by 36. They're now up to 1,500 in the hospital. That's a lot. That's a lot of people being put into the hospital all of a sudden. Tennessee, 4,100 cases. Virginia, 1,800 cases. Wisconsin, 1,400 cases. Washington State, 5,668 cases. That's a weekly number. Minnesota, 5,222. Colorado, 7,400. Alabama, 4,186. That's a weekly number. That's up 45%. Louisiana, 2,651. Down by 7.6%. Maryland is at 1,298 new cases, up by 53%. Oklahoma, 1,300. Utah, 1,100. Arkansas, 1,400. Connecticut, 694 new cases. Oregon, 3,914 new cases, up by 10%. Idaho, 1,462 new cases. New Mexico, 768. West Virginia, 394. Rhode Island, just over 1,000. New Hampshire, 223 new cases. Delaware, 465. Maine, 192. Alrighty, moving on with New York State. As I said, 7,615 cases. Positivity rate is at 7.5%. And if you look real closely here on the chart, it's rapidly going up now. Taking a look at hospitalizations in New York State, speaking of rapidly going up. Back on November 18th, they had 2,644 people in the hospital. They now have 3,311 people in the hospital. ICUs actually dropped slightly today, so slightly encouraging news, but not good to see the hospitalizations continuing to go up. Speaking of hospitalizations, let's take a look at the HHS numbers for today. 36,262 people in the hospital. And yes, the national capacity, percentage-wise, is now over 80%. It's at 80.51%. That's really bad. It's continuing to rapidly go up. So if I was to do one of my updates on the hospital capacity, we would have a ton of states over 80% right now. I mean, this is getting serious, folks. The country is running short on hospital beds, and we're not doing anything. Take a look at Walgreens positivity. I'm not going to go through all these states. The majority of the states are rising. The ones that aren't are flat and about to start rising. And look how many bright red ones there are. Let's just do a couple of these, shall we? Maine is now at 43.2% positive. Virginia, 32% positive. Oklahoma, 33% positive. Kansas, 38% positive. Alaska, 29% positive. Hawaii, 29.4% positive. Alabama, 31% positive. California, look at this rapid rise in California. 45.1% positive. And we'll end it on Texas. 37.2% positive. Oh, and the national positivity rate is up 4.3% this week. As you can see here, it's going straight up. 35.9% now. Almost about to be more testing than last week, too. On a final note, let's take a look at Texas numbers, shall we? Texas hospitalizations today are at, let's see here. Here it comes, Texas hospitalizations. Looks like they're having problems. Okay, we'll just skip right over to the positivity rate. The positivity rate for Texas is 12.4%. And real quick, let's just do an HHS update of Texas positivity, shall we? Or excuse me, hospitalizations. Here's the Texas hospitalizations from the HHS. They now sit at 2,185. Mind you, this number is always a little bit higher than the state dashboard. But it gets the point across. Things are rapidly deteriorating here in the United States. It's getting worse. It's going to get worse for a couple weeks, then it's going to level off, and then it's going to really go up again after the Christmas holidays. I see no reason to believe why this will not be any different than last winter. We do not count the at-home test. We're not getting the true case numbers. If I had to guess, we are easily over 200,000 cases a day, maybe 250,000 cases a day. And at some point, there's no doubt in my mind 500 to 600,000 cases a day are probably going to be done in this country by the middle of December. Alrighty, thanks for watching this video, everyone. Wish I had better news, but the best thing I can tell you is please stay safe, limit all contact, don't go to large gatherings, stay home as much as possible. Really, be careful with what you do right now. It is getting extremely dangerous. And this is just coronavirus. Flu cases are rapidly going up as well. Stay safe, everyone. Please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Have a great night.